Hi, I'm Louisa, and I guess right now I'm from Brooklyn, but kind of all over the world, and my manuscript is about family. Family is a word that has multiple implications for me. It's more than just blood, and it's more than just obligation. It's basically home. You see, I grew up all over the world, Asia, Europe, America, so home was a pretty difficult concept for me. I had all sorts of issues with the places I had been, and simultaneously all the places I hadn't wanted to be. My parents knew, though, and they were always open to talking about it. I just never really wanted to. All the confusion and discomfort came to a climax after my first year in boarding school. I had been living in Singapore for 6 years then, and I was finally comfortable. I knew the city, I could recognize the languages, the food made sense, and the weather was familiar. It felt like home. Of course, the other shoe had to drop at some point, but I was able to put it out of my mind for quite some time. Later that year, I was informed that we would be moving full-time to Italy for a year, and after that to Brooklyn. Never has the world made more and equally less sense. I was angry and upset and mostly angry. I shut myself out of familial life for a few days and waited for the intensity to die down. True to form, it didn't, so I went to my parents. Something along the lines of, "How could you do this to me?" or "You just don't understand," was yelled as the pent-up emotion from 15 years of reassimilating bled out. And as I calmed down, I could see my parents gearing up to say something. I was ready for the long apology and the pleading for forgiveness. I was ready for the damage to be assuaged. But my dad looked at me and said, "Your home is where your family is. It's not a place or a school, a country, or a neighborhood. Your home is with us." Of course, that didn't help at all, so I went back to my room to cry and read some angsty teen novel about acceptance or lack thereof. It took about 2 years for his words to sink in, and as hard as they are to swallow, I'm getting it. Home is family, and because of that, I'm always able to come back to where I belong.